For the Footy Grand Final. Hi, I'm Dennis Cometti. Today's match, West Coast and Sydney. Today we've trekked at the MCG. The rain looks like it may stop soon. With 800 goals and 282 games to his credit, I'm joined now by Matthew Richardson.
Hi, Dennis.
How will the players be feeling, Richo?
Everyone in the team, from the coach and the captain to the guys lacing the boots, will be very nervous right now. You just can't get around that, Dennis.
Cheer, cheer the red and the white, honor the name by day and by night.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelled correctly.
What though the odds be great or small, stars will go.
Set to run through it. What an atmosphere for this grand final.
The crowd is very, very happy.
We have the toss of the coin. Sydney kicking to the right of screen, waiting for the siren now. And the grand final is underway.
Here it is, the final 120 minutes of football for the season. Unless, of course, we have a draw.
Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack. Studley finds his man on the move. Boots it. A solid mark from Chi. This will have to be his very best kick to score from this range. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. Darling marks it. He steadies now in front of goal. 20 metres from home. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. Going for goal number one. Darling with the goal. West Coast get a goal. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Clean tap out of the ruck. With the ball now. Studley comes away with the ball. Moves it quickly by hand. Gets a handball away towards the man on the run. Blair setting his sights on the goal.
Play on.
Blair takes a shot at goal. Blair manages to sneak it through. Sydney is risking falling too far behind way too early. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Studley really gets onto this one. Savage kicks it out of the congestion.
McGovern is a very intelligent guy. He always seems to make the right decisions no matter what's happening on field around him. Yo boots it. He gets it under pressure. Jeddah plays it on.
Gets boot to high. Marked by Daniel. He plays on. Daniel steers the ball towards goal. Cleanly picked up. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Kicks. Towers alone for the uncontested mark. Jams it on the boot now. chip kick along the wing. Dio looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Studley gets a less than pretty drop putt away. Hogan lines it up. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. Hogan slams one on the boot for goal. The goal will lose him just wide of the target. The Swans in trouble. They need to get a move on.
You get the feeling Sydney could just kicking and hoping, and that's why they're getting hurt on the turnover. Alia has given away the free kick.
Bring it back.
He steadies now in front of goal. Darling with the shot. That's a great goal.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Guided by Studley. Savage with the ball. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Sends it on its way. Reed with the mark. He lays off the pass. Dale intercepts it. Puts boot to ball. Strong mark. Hogan laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. Jams it on the boot. Lucky bounce collected. She slams it on the boot. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Laidler shucks the ball away. A low kick from Quinn. Great start by West Coast. Alia has a fair kick on him. I expect him to roost this down the middle. Jams it on the boot. Good mark on the run.
Rowan seems to go for that extra leverage off an opponent by propping his hands on their shoulders. He won't get pinged every time, but he will have to be careful with his technique not to get caught for hands in the back. Shuey taking aim. He boots it. He takes a strong mark.
Studley might struggle for this distance. Going for goal number 1. Has it got the carry? Studley scoring from a long bomb. Sydney not doing so well at this stage. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Sinclair, timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. Picked by Sinclair. Strong mark by
Rampy needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. He can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. The ball goes out on the full. Yo puts his boot on it.
A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Canterbury just gauging which way that wind is blowing. I'm not sure which side that lad is playing for. Out on the full. She puts it on the boot. McGovern couldn't keep his hands on it. Schofield kicks it just in time. Duggan doesn't waste that opportunity. He gains possession. He gets a kick out of the pack. Studley is able to grab it on the half volley. With the ball now. Sends it on its way. Dowling, the better man there. Moves it quickly by hand. Kicks towards centre half forward. Nice mark there. Inside 50 now.
That's free kick.
A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Heaney kicks the ball out at the 50. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell me. Set shot on a 45-degree angle for Rioli. Bumps the big skin. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Takes that one strongly. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
An elite footballer should slot this every time, Dennis.
35 metres out. A set shot on a 30-degree angle. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. One down by Studley. Dale, I have no idea how you managed to get that out. Hogan heading in. Watch his style. No one troubling him there. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. The tightest of angles here. Dowling sends the ball on its way. He spills the mark. Daniel made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Daniel takes a shot at goal. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. West Coast lead Sydney by 38. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Studley got a fist on it. Gaff comes away with the ball. His kicking is unbelievable. Some people don't go that far for their holidays.
The Eagles were dominating in the air and the scoreboard reflects it. He gains possession. Studley kicks it. The mark will be paid.
You know more about him than me, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
He's a fair way out, Dennis. It'll test him.
Hogan will be kicking from, as they would say, downtown.
Mark.
15 metres out. 20 metres from home. The ball is hammered towards goal by Dowling. That's 6 in a row for the Eagles. West Coast over. The Swans by 44. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Sinclair without a touch. The clearance by Studley. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Hits boot to leather. Smith marks. Hastily kicked. The contest, no match for him. Counting down, we've hit the 92nd mark. Sends it on its way. Nice hands. With the quick hands. Chips it down towards half forward. Rioli enjoying a height advantage. 45 metres out. Almost in the bag from this position, you would think. 45 metres out. Going for goal number 2. He holds his breath. Rioli scores with a beautiful kick. That's 2 now. He's playing well. They increase their lead. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Studley is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Sinclair. The ball heads out of bounds. Here we go again. Studley nicely outclassing Sinclair. Keeps it close to the ground. West Coast with the advantage as they lead Sydney 51-0.
Alia is just such a great kick that he doesn't have to have many possessions to tear a side apart. Put the ball in his hands and he'll hit you lace out every time. Cockatoo collects it. And the umpire will throw it in. A good hit out there. Gaff mops up the ball. He boots it. Darling drops it.
Blair hand passes to space and hopes for the best. Rioli runs in. The Eagles get a goal. Good things coming threes. That's his third. Rioli puts them further in front. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Deftly palmed to advantage. He gets a kick out of the pack. Cockatoo made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Nice work from Aaliyah. The first quarter almost over now. Rioli controls. A nothing kick. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. West Coast lead the Swans. Teammates scrambling to make a lead. Taken by Blair. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. 35 metres out. A magnificent kick right through the middle. Blair with that kick has increased the lead. Plenty to analyse from the first quarter, Richo.
This is great finals footy.
What do the stats look like, Richo?
The Eagles have enjoyed the majority of the ball in this match with an impressive lead in the possession stats at 83% to 17%. The scoreboard definitely reflects what a marking powerhouse the Eagles have been. The tackling abilities on display from both sides appear close on the scoreboard, with the Eagles on 4 and the Swans on 1.
That's a unique spin on things, Richo.
The second quarter may give us a clue as to how these sides will perform.
Hit by Bruce. He's got the footy in his hands. Darling claims the ball. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. Having a big day, going for goal number 4. The goal for West Coast. He's kicked. That's 10 in a row for West Coast. West Coast in front. All is in readiness. Sinclair, leave the pinatas for the kids, and the mark will be paid. He wants to play on. Sends the ball to open space. Yet another possession. Gets boot to leather. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. McKenna with a chance if he keeps a cool head. The ball is slammed towards goal by McKenna. The Eagles with the ascendancy over Sydney, leading the match 76-0.
McKenna can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league.
Clean tap by Studley. He's got the footy in his hands. Shuey kicks from the pack. She wins the...
She kicks the ball. Cockatoo, just the better man in that contest. He lines it up with the goal. Cockatoo goes for home. Cockatoo sinks the long kick.
West Coast lead Sydney by 82. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Sinclair hardly provided a challenge. He's got the footy in his hands. Nicely intercepted by Papley. He kicks it long. Nice work from Breed. Chip kick along the wing. Hands like dinner plates. Gets boot to leather. Savage had no chance at that one. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Dishes it off by hand. He scoops the ball off the ground. Dances around the boundary line. Moves it quickly by hand. Jams it on the boot now. He takes an uncontested mark. Cockatoo plays it on. And over the boundary line she goes. You can see the determination on the Ruckman's faces. Sinclair hardly provided a challenge. Picked up under pressure. Shuey passes it. Studley, bad disposal. She has it. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. She thumps the ball for goal. That's a very well executed goal. West Coast in front. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Studley with the tap, with the ball now. Nice drop punt. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark. McGovern plays it on. Sends the Sharon on its way. Cole hand passes it. Duggan chips it to the pocket. The Rass drops the mark. Jetta gets the ball out of the pack. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Jams it on the boot now. A mark by Gaff. Lobs the pass. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Finding the running player. What kicks? An easy grab for Cockatoo.
Cockatoo is quite clean, picking up the ball on the half volley. He slams that on the boot, Gaff, with good strong hands. He slams that on the boot.
He's tried to do too much with that kick. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. Out on the full. Free kick to Sydney. Aaliyah kicks it. Perfect timing from Rioli. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
It's a great kick and should convert from here.
McKenna over the top. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. Hits the running man. A desperate kick there. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Pinpoint accuracy from Studley. That's number 2. The Eagles leads by 94.
West Coast are just really comfortable kicking for goal on the run because it's just an extension of their normal field kicking and they have absolutely no issues there.
Palms it down nicely. He gains possession. A low stabbing kick. He takes an uncontested mark. Moves it quickly by hand. The ball is slammed towards goal by McKenna. Nice hands. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Darling looking to add another. What a match he's having. West Coast in front. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the Ruckman unleash. Studley got a fist on it with the ball now. Good drop punt by Savage. Spilled by Jetta. Grabs the footy. Rioli puts it on the boot. Has clearly been shopping at Clangers or Us. Cole sends the ball on its way. Dropped by Gaff. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Dale has his head down now. She marks. Here's a chance for Chi. 25 metres out. A chance to add one more to his tally. Slots it. He'll be happy with goal number 2. The Eagles with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Swans 106-0. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce.
The Eagles have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. Cole handballs it. McGovern kicks the ball. Sinclair takes the mark uncontested.
That's a massive kick. Rioli with the mark. He wants to play on. It's boot to high. That was all Chi. A monster kick will be required from here. Marked by McKenna. Lining up the goal now. Who was that to? He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. West Coast beginning to apply their support.
Alia is someone you'd want to stand in front of. When he kicks, he really kicks it. Daniel, with beautiful hands above the head, he really is a great target to kick to. Crewis shoots for goal, and the ball goes out of bounds. He taps the ball.
The ball is slammed towards goal by Savage. The loose ball picked up by Sinclair. He kicks quickly, marked by Chi. The ball is thumped towards goal by Chi. Kicked by Aaliyah. Daniel with the mark. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Daniel steers the ball towards goal. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell me. 20 metres from home. Good chance here for Studley. Studley shoots it. Chalk up a goal for the Eagles. They increase their lead. West Coast lead the Swans by 113. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Cruz with the tap. With the ball now. Heads up the corridor. McGovern looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one.
Well, the Eagles have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. Just 60 seconds left. It's the Eagles with the lead over Sydney.
Needs someone to break hard. He's ready to bring it back into play. Aaliyah slams it on the boot. Rioli with the mighty fist. A good job keeping it in play there. And he's heading for home, looking for another goal here. You can see what happened right after it left his boot. The Eagles with a handy break, leading Sydney 115-0.
Aaliyah's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. A nice contested mark. Lining it up with the goal now. Daniel goes for home.
He may just play onto himself here. The options are few and far between at the moment. Slams it on the boot. Wins the hard ball. Kennedy kicks. He has to hold on to those. Picked up under pressure. Hand pass by Blair. McKenna runs in. And the mark will be paid. He steadies now in front of goal. She chips it to the pocket. Out of bounds. Dangerous spot near the goal. The ruckman jostle for position. Cruz with a big fist on it. Rioli picks up the loose ball. He gets above the crowd. Don't take too long holding up the goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 30 metres out. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't slot this one through. West Coast get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. The second goal for Gagnon. Well, it's half time. What have you got to say, Richard?
This is shaping up to be a memorable grand final.
Let's go to the stats sheet now and see how the players performed.
The Eagles is looking good on the scoreboard and they have the stats to back it up.
Thank you very much, Richard. 1 half down, 1 to go.
Final half of the year, let's get it on.
Studley punches, takes possession. Sinclair with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Booted by Cockatoo. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Has it now. Superb handball. Savage has had plenty of it, Richo.
Yep, Dennis, he's a class act.
He gets another possession.
Studley has an elite ability to elevate off the ground. Jeddah goes for home. Perfect kick. The Eagles lead.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Studley punches. He has the ball. Gives it to Rioli. Cockatoo heading in. Watch his style. McKenna marks. Lining up the goal now. McKenna thumps the ball for goal. West Coast by 134. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Studley taps it, takes possession. Rioli shoots off the handball. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. Darling gets number 6. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Tapped by Studley. He gains possession. Cockatoo has the ball. Boots it. Takes it well. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Having a big day going for goal number 4. Heaney controls. I haven't seen him for a while, Richo.
You're right, Dennis. He's gone missing lately.
Going for goal number 1. His aim was just off. West Coast with a handy break, leading the Swans 141-0.
Alia, he's creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel.
That's free kick.
Gaff being penalised there. Kennedy puts his boot on it. Jeddah with the mark. It's played on. He gets boot to the ball. The mark will be paid.
Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. Too far out to score, surely. Rioli to kick on a 30-degree angle, and certainly not the easiest of shots, that's for sure. Rioli just manages to sink it. That's number 4. The Eagles with a handy break, leading the Swans 147-0. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Sinclair totally outclassed in that contest. Jeddah puts it on the boot. A solid mark from Blair. Jams it on the boot now. Strong mark. Talking to a football doesn't do. Shuey with quite a challenge in front of him. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. He decides to play on. Shuey lets fly with a shot at goal. Drops the mark, and McCrummers are waiting. He scoops the ball off the ground. Strong mark. Lining up the goal now. A kick as easy as finding a mullet at a trucker's convention. Studley looking for another goal here. West Coast with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 153-0.
Studley has a lot of passion for this game. You can see it every time he steps onto the field. He's an inspiration to all players around him.
The kick is about as straight as a shopping trolley, and it's a goal. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Bruce with a big fist on it. Scoops up the ball, dishes it off by hand. Savage slams it on the boot. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. This is very wide. West. The defence are doing a decent job of making kicking out difficult, so I'd suggest he takes his time and just looks for the right option. Handballs nicely intercepted by Kennedy.
Let's play on.
Smith spears the ball. A big run to take that mark. Gets boot to high. Jeddick gets the upper hand. It's out of bounds across the boundary on the wing. Ruckman vying for the better position.
The Eagles are just absolutely dominating the clearances. No doubt that's why they're winning. McGovern gathers the ball. Good hand skills there. He slams that on the boot.
Gets boot to leather. And the mark will be paid. He opts to play on. Daniel picks it out of bounds on the full. Anything that goes that far needs a stewardess. Takes it well. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. A great effort. He hand passes the ball. Hogan kicks towards the forwards. Out of bounds in the pocket. The ball is coming back into play. Sinclair, I've seen better swings on a condemned playground. Hogan shoots. No, we've got nothing but sympathy for a man who doesn't score. West Coast fight 155.
Alia is someone you'd want to stand in front of. When he kicks, he really kicks it. Blair goes for home, straight into the post.
Alia looking for a lead. He plays on with a little kick. Kicks it. Savage ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him he'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. Savage whacks one on the boot for goal. You can see that happening right after he had left his boot. The Eagles with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 157-0. Alia will take his time. He doesn't want to see it turn over and come back straight over his head. Blair spills it. Going for goal number 5. The kick just clears the line for a goal. Rioli leaving no room in the record now. He's on a goal-kicking streak.
Rioli is the man to go to. He thrives on pressure. Give him the ball and he just does the rest.
There's one for the time capsule.
Pruis has to stay committed. Then with a little bit of guts and determination, he should make something of his career. Duggan puts his boot on it. Only 3 minutes to go. He wins the contested mark.
Gathers the ball. Well, that's only his first possession. Marked by Sinclair. Goes up the line. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Slams it on the boot. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 65 metres out. Sends the Sharon on its way. Duggan with the mark. Duggan whacks one on the boot for goal. It's kicks like that when players find out this really is a game of centimetres.
Alia has got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. Duggan with a strong mark, lining it up with the goal now. Duggan with the shot. It's in the air. The Eagles get the goal. West Coast are really looking the goods with the lead over Sydney.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Bruce with the tap, manages to get a hand to it, takes control of the bouncing ball. He's really a ball magnet. Cockatoo passes to no one in particular. Nice mark there. 35 metres out. Studley with a fairly straightforward shot for goal. Going for goal number 5. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? West Coast with a handy break, leading Sydney 176 to nothing. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Time drying up with only 2 minutes to go. Heads up the corridor. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He's no oil painting, but look. The Rass kicks it outside the defensive 50. A good mark under the circumstances. Ainsworth lays it off by hand. Jams it on the boot. Sinclair wins the marking contest. Slams it on the boot. Kennedy grabs that one. Jams it on the boot. Jennick had no chance at that one. McKenna gathers. Shoots off the handball. That ball is becoming a yo-yo for him. It keeps coming back. Nice mark under pressure. Get that weak shiitake mushroom out of here. Bruce takes it well. 15 metres out. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't slot this one through. Bruce whacks one on the boot for goal. West Coast in front. I've got to say, that's even a better goal the second time around. He loves it. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Counting down, we've hit the 60-second mark. Slips the handball to Gaff. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
Yes, super work from him in this match, Dennis.
He's a ball magnet. Takes the mark all by himself. Studley, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. 45 metres out. The ball is slammed towards goal by Studley. What a great goal by Studley. 6 goals makes him a candidate for best on ground in this game. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. I'll put a cork in that goal. That's vintage stuff. And I bet he'll only get better with time. Celebration time after that one for Studley. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Big Leap is in his possession. Cockatoo lays it off to the running man. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. McGovern slams it on the boot. Strong mark. Rioli hand passes. Nothing presenting. He fires it to an empty space. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. The Eagles in front. He scores, he scores, he scores. What an absolute classic. Bruce shows the goal umpire the right signal. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Studley with the tap. Gathers the ball. Handball short. Bad kick, resulting in a free to the Swans. Kicked in a flurry. That was an interesting turn right there. Your thoughts, Richo?
Some of the early nerves have settled down and the players are starting to play good footy.
That was a high-scoring third quarter. Richo, what did his stats tell us?
Scoreboard looks good. Stats look good. The Eagles is looking good from all angles.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo.
Both teams will be giving it their all in the last term of the season.
Studley with the first touch. He's got the football now. Moves it quickly by hand. Gets boot to high. Takes that one strongly. Dowling taking aim. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle.
There's a goal.
That could be the final nail in the coffin. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Sinclair without a touch. The clearance by Studley. The bouncing ball is controlled. That's a massive kick. He sneaks away for an uncontested mark.
West Coast are gaining a lot of the advantage through some smart kicks and even better marks inside their forward 50. He kicks the ball. It's been intercepted by the opposition. He gets it under pressure. Daniel with the kick. Studley marks the ball.
45 metres out. Here he is going for goal number 7. Goal for Studley. A 7th goal. That's incredible. This lead getting bigger now.
Studley has some great leadership skills, and leadership is about getting other players involved and being able to take it as well as dishing it out. The only way you're going to get respect from your teammates.
Sinclair, leave the pinatas for the kids. Shuey dishes it off by hand. Studley making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the win. 35 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking from. A chance to add one more to his tally. A goal for West Coast, and that puts them further in front. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Hogan is just so gifted. Either side of the body, he's a champion.
A brief... Bruce with the punch. Shuey on the ball at the moment. Dishes it off by hand. A nothing kick. Aaliyah gets the mark without contest. Jams it on the boot. Pointless attempt by Blair. Ainsworth kicks it. She sockers it. That was more obvious than a Clydesdale and a herd of Shetland ponies. Heaney kicks. Laidler gets the upper hand. Gets boot to leather. Dale was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did.
The Eagles are doing a really good job at finding the free man inside 50. I suspect that's why they're leading the match. Score for the Eagles. The Eagles are really looking the goods with the lead over Sydney.
brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Bruce outstretches his opponent to win the ruck, gains possession, sends the Sharon on its way. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. A short handball, kicked by McKenna. Bruce dishes it off by hand. Studley feeds it wide. An easy grab for Shuey. Shuey steers the ball towards goal. A goal for the Eagles. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Bruce taps it. Dale onto the ball. Sinclair controls it. He's had lots of touches this match. Simply outplayed the opposition there.
Watt's got a really good footballing brain. He gets it under pressure. Studley kicks it. Papley gets a favourable bounce. Ainsworth being penalised there.
A rushed kick. Bruce marks. Moves it quickly by hand. Studley slams one on the boot for goal. Nice goal from Studley. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce.
Pruis has got all the makings required to become a great servant of this football club. I reckon he could become a 200-game player. He lines it up with the goal. McGovern gets the ball. The goal for the Eagles. West Coast are in front.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Hit by Bruce. Dale onto the ball. Goes up the line. The Rats controls. Kicks it. McKenna is an absolute ball magnet. He gets the hand pass. Kennedy with the kick. And the ball goes
Gone out.
Blair is coming off. I can't understand that. We need to speak to the coach. He hasn't done a thing wrong all day, so why bench him? hit by Studley. He's like he's on a tightrope at the moment. Look at that fancy footwork. The mark missed by Shuey. Gaff hand passes. Towers with the interception. Good mark by Watts. Hand passes, nicely intercepted by Sinclair. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack.
Cole is a great mark on the lead, but he can sometimes get worked under the ball in the contest. If he can lift his overhead capability, he will be a star. Cole goes for goal. Nice kick.
If this game were being played on water, West Coast would be walking on it. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Gio gets onto the ball. Handball short. Just 3 minutes to go. McGovern gets the upper hand. A low stabbing kick. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Aaliyah taken high, and he'll get the free kick. Kick by Laidler. Marked by Prioli. This will certainly test him from this distance. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. She getting accustomed to kicking goals. Just fell through. It looks like the Eagles have this one in the bag. The umpire.
The Eagles are dominating the clearances and really giving their forwards plenty of opportunity, and I think that's why they've got the lead. Duggan with good strong. Duggan boots it, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Clean tap by Studley. He collects the loose ball. Hogan, I've got no idea how he managed to get that out. Shuey boots it. McGovern having no trouble taking that one. What do you think, Richard? Can he make this one?
I don't know if he'll make the distance here, Dennis.
50 metres from home. McGovern pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. McGovern scoring from a long bomb. He's back to couple now. This lead getting bigger now.
McGovern is a freak at understanding and anticipating his opponent's actions.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Studley nicely outclassing Sinclair. Shuey kicks from the pack. The contest, no match. Schofield kicks an ugly looking one here. I think it came off the other side of the boot. And the ball has been thrown in. Tapped by Studley. He takes control of the loose ball, gets the ball free. Dale kicks. A mark by McGovern. A lovely drop punt. Takes it well. Takes his time as he lines up the goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Having a big day going for goal number 4. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire has the ball ready for the centre bounce.
Studley is superb with his ruck work. Once his eyes are locked onto the ball, there's little chance he won't get a fist to it. Lining it up with the goal now. Watts shoots for goal. The ball's travelling.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Batted down nicely by Studley. Kicks. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Boots it. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. This will certainly test him from this distance. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. She got under it. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. He's looking to add another. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 25 meters out. Well, if you could hand pick a position, this is it. Straight in front of the goals. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Like a banana through a letterbox. What a wonderful goal. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Sinclair hardly provided a challenge. Goes by hand. Studley has had plenty of it, Richo.
Yes, super work from him in this match, Dennis.
He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Played on.
Play on.
There can only be one winner, and this year it's West Coast. Well, they look good all season, and there was never really much doubt in the outcome. That's done it. A disappointing finals match. No real competition.
Dennis, this was a really disappointing display by Sydney.
Richo, what did you make of the final result?
If they had taken their chances, it would have been a much closer contest.
We're the Eagles, the West Coast Eagles.
I wouldn't be surprised if intermingled with that sweat a few years of pure joy and exhaustion are being shed right now.
They should really spend some time lapping this up. They deserve it.
We're the Eagles, we're flying high. We're the Eagles, the West Coast Eagles. We're here to show you why. We're the big birds, kids of the big game. We're the Eagles, we're flying high. We're flying high. Yeah, we're flying.
This is the moment when the players really get to revel in the glory of a grand final victory. What a sight.
Oh yes, they should take their time here and savour every moment.
Thanks for joining us, Richo, but that's all we have time for.
Thanks, Dennis. Until next time, that's it.